See which team does settle the best in this game. Imagine the Papua New Guinea side would be fairly nervous. They would have played in many finals. As Nigel Vagana, the ball out in front of Sean Hoppy, throws the dummy, steps back inside, and that's a great run. He had no room to move, and he still found an extra 10 metres.
Robert Taylor came up with a tackle, 6 on 6. As now Henry Paul stepped off the left, lofted his footing there, and then was able to wrong foot the defence coming up in Wesley. Would have been a big collision if Wesley got the little bloke Henry Paul. Namu, some quick hands. Iro looks to pass over the top, holds it up. As Sio got in there to make the tackle. Last for the Kiwis, but they're only 10 metres out from the line. Quick hands from Vagana, and the captain, Sean Hoppy, scores for New Zealand. Namu, Vagana, then Hoppy, and New Zealand start just the way they wanted. 4-0, the first set of 6.
We've seen...
Here at the National Stadium in Fiji, lovely ball to Sio, even better ball back inside to Tila, then on the outside to James Copps. You'll cop that every time. Great try from Papua New Guinea. James Copps scores, and I'll make an I will amend what I said at the start of the match. The support is definitely with Papua New Guinea.
Yes, I've got to agree with that. The crowds erupted as one as James Copps was put away. A very good play there from the number 6, Robert Tila. Again, I think it was a mistake made by the winger. Nigel Vagana did not need to come in. Conversion attempt from in front of this try here was unsuccessful.
In the meantime, it's New Zealand on the attack inside the PNG quarter. They lead by 2 points. Tony Iro picks up a man on the outside to Tupu, just 12 metres out from the line. They had a chance to go the blind side. Now it's headed there. Quick hands from Namu. They should score. Hoppy on the left wing this time. Well, what a player he is. That's 5 tries for the tournament to the New Zealand captain. Right wing, left wing, play him anywhere. He's a great finisher.
Yeah, he's my player of the tournament, Sean Hoppy, the New Zealand captain. Very close to half-time. He's extended the lead. Coming back in field. Plenty of determination. Plants the ball down.
So New Zealand 10 lead Papua New Guinea 4. Cup final here in Suva with some work to do. Down by 6 points, New Zealand 10, Papua New Guinea 4, and they really do need to score first in this second half, and Mamando cleaned up over the top of the tackle. Yes,
that try just before half-time was a real blow to PNG's chances as David Wesley gets into space.
Oh, look at them go, Stanley Jean. Is it Stanley who's sprinting away, or is it Kipsey? In any case, they can run the 100 in about 10 seconds flat. What a remarkable try. Wesley setting it up. But when you can explode on the line like that, well, it's good night. Papua New Guinea strike within 30 seconds.
Yes, I think you'll find it is Stanley Jean sliding up on the outside of a strong charge from David Wesley. Through one tackle, in behind the defensive line. Stacey Jones came up with the tackle, and then the head went back. A despairing dive from Tafai. That was to no avail, and Stanley Jean starts off the second half beautifully, and it's continued on by his captain, Elias Peo. He converts the try. 10 points all in the early seconds of the second half. As now Gavin Hill goes to the line, puts the ball under the arm, spins out of tackles. That's a great run. Might even see him get to the line. He's got 5 people hanging off him.
Oh, what about that? Gavin Hill still going. Now, make sure to play the ball. An amazing run. Well, they just have to score here, don't they? Wiki, quick hands. Paul, then away. They do the right thing. Barnett scores in the corner. Well, if the only bright news for Papua New Guinea is they're forced to try wide, but New Zealand had to score, and they did. 14-10 the score. A little over 2 minutes remaining as Carter stands in the tackle. Elects not to pass, and it was a good tackle from Mamando, who's been just about the best of the big men, or the forward players in the Papua New Guinea side. There's some quick hands. Ruben Wiki extends now. Will he need Kerwin? He picks up Kerwin. This could be the cup final. Sio chases, doesn't stop him. Kerwin scores for the Kiwis, and I do think the cup title is going the way of New Zealand.
Little doubt about that, and the one thing that New Zealand have done very well throughout this tournament is take advantage of the overlap safely.
Can they rub a bit of salt into the wound as that's flicked on nicely from Barnett? They're away again. Hoppy back to Barnett. Through a line ball past to Namu. The referee says play on, and they put the icing on the cake. Gene Namu scores for the Kiwis. If it wasn't over before, it certainly is now.
Well, we saw Sean Hoppy in the first half bob up on the other side of the field to where he scored his first try. Have a look at this work from Richard Barnett. Beautiful stuff onto his captain. Stays alive on the inside. This is a pass that is a little bit suspect, but I think it's okay. Gene Namu taking advantage of that. And that does wrap things up. It's been a valiant effort from the Papua New Guineans, but the Kiwis, they did the tough work. They got rid of the Aussies in the semi. Now they've taken out the final.
So full time, and the arms raised. Gene Namu. The Kiwis win it by 26 points to 10. It was a lot tighter than that. Certainly the last 2.5 minutes changed that scoreline greatly. But there's no doubt about it. The Kiwis have been the best side at this tournament. And I'll say by quite a margin, certainly their defensive effort well above other teams. New Zealand